Hello and welcome to MMO Gaming, where the Pokemon TCG, One Piece card game and Disney Lorcana come to life. If you want to level up your game, stay tuned and let's switch right into the video. So hello and welcome to another commentary gameplay video here on my channel. Today we are watching the top 4 of the Disney Lorcana North American Championship, and we are seeing Patrick Côté here on the right side up against Scott on the left. So I'm pretty excited for this one, and let's jump right into this game here. So looks like Scott Markeson here went first, inked a big Tamatoa, and now passing it back to Patrick there on the other side. And we see Patrick playing down the Magic Broom into his Inkwell. And back to Scott, which is inking another Tamatoa to play on Popsicle, right? And Patrick is then inking a White Rose, is then playing the Mr. Smee, and is questing with the Magic Broom there for 1. Back to Scott. Which is then inking a Flavor Sham here, plays down the Sisu to banish the Magic Broom, and passing it back to Patrick there. So let's see how he is navigating this turn. Looks like he's inking the friends on the other side there. Maybe playing down in the Magic Broom any Calhoun? No, he's playing down the White Rose. So he's gaining under lore, then also questing with Mr. Smee. So already up at 4 lore here. So back to Scott, which couldn't find any ramp here early, right? All ink has to be spent with cards put face down there. So we see Vitality Sphere here being inked to play Flavor Sham to bench the Popsicle, and then DC is questing for 1, bring Scott to 1 lore here. I think Patrick should be at 4 lore already, right? He quested with the Magic Broom, then he's me, and also White Rose gained him 1 lore, right? So now he is inking a Pete to play on the Calhoun there for 2. For 1 he's playing another Gembox follower, and for his remaining ink he's playing another Magic Broom, and then the White Rose is singing a Strength of Raging Fire there. So he doesn't want to risk there to be running into a big Sisu there. So now he's also questing with Mr. Smee, putting him up to 6 lore and back to Scott. So now a really wide board there for Patrick already established. Let's see how he is approaching this, right? So now it's still Scott's turn, right? He's going through his options. There is a Maui available, so he could play down the Maui to take down the White Rose, and Mr. Flavor Sham could then take out the Mr. Smee, right? Would be an option. Yeah, but he is deciding to play a How Far I Go there, grabbing him a Be Prepared to accelerate some ink. Ink Secret Matala to play the Brawl onto Genbox follower there. And then we see a Queen of Hearts there taking down the Mr. Smee. So this was also a nice combination of cards found from Scott there. Back to Patrick, which found a grab. He's questing with the Magic Broom, and then plays down the grab to buff the Calhoun to take down the Flavor Sham, yeah. So getting 2 lore of the Calhoun, also 1 of the Magic Broom quest, and White Rose also questing, bring him up to 10 lore already. So now back to Scott here. Let's see what he is able to find here. So there we see, just a Be Prepared, wiping off all the cards there. And Patrick is responding with a Merlin Goat there, netting him in the lower. Scott is then playing the Half Shark Maui there, together with Ice Block, and inks another Maui there, right? I would assume. So now Patrick is playing a Genbox follower, back to Scott, which is now questing with the Maui here, and then the Ice Block together with the Sisu taking taking down just the German's follower. So Patrick is questing with the goat. Place the Madame Fox there to rebounce the goat to gain him another lore. And Scott on the other side is questing with both characters here, netting him 4 lore, right? So now let's see. Maybe plays down another half-shark Maui. Now he is inking the half-shark Maui to play down the Maleficent Dragon there to wipe off the Madame Fox there. So Patrick is just playing the Merlin Goat again. Goes up to 14 lore. And Scott on the other side is quickly exerting both or all characters there. Gaining him 6 lore. Plays another T-Bow down. Just passing it back to Patrick there. And I think he is just faster in questing than Patrick is doing it. So Merlin Goat takes down the Sisu. Gaining him another lore. Plays down the White Rose. So going up to 16 lore. But doesn't look too good there for Patrick, right? So now we see Scott playing down the Flavor Sham there before using it, right? Benching the Ice Block. He finds another how far I go there. Gaining him 1 lore of the Half-Shark Maui. 1 card will be put into his inkwell, the other one will be put into his hand there. And then we probably see Tipo here being inked to play another Sadie, as we'll see. Maui, Tipo, and Maleficent Dragon all quest. Advancing his lore score up to 18, and now Patrick is just inking it. Strength Raging Fire to draw a dog. I think that's it. So Scott is leading this game here, 1-0 up against Patrick. So let's jump right into the second game here, right? So now we see the players shuffling up Mulligan. Okay, so now we are here in the action. Looks like Patrick is going first. Inks the Madame Snake to play down the Diablo there. Passing it back to Scott. Which is starting with a Maleficent Dragon to play down the Popsicle. Passing it back to Patrick there. So he's inking the Elsa. Plays down the Mr. Smee. And quests here with the Diablo for 1. Back to Scott. What is Scott doing here? Inks another Maleficent Dragon, plays down the Queen of Hearts to take down the Diablo there. And then passing it back to Patrick here. Which is inking the Strength Raging Fire to play down a Calhoun and a Diablo. And probably quests here with Mr. Smee. No, he's just passing it, right? I mean, otherwise the Queen of Hearts could clear the Mr. Smee, right? So now back to Scott. I think Queen of Hearts is a really good card to have, right? Just to stop some aggressive lore gaining potential from these Amethyst combination color decks. So here we see another Maleficent Dragon to play down the Sisu to bench the one-cost Diablo there. Not exerting any other cards there for Scott. Back to Patrick. He is inking a Madame Fox here. Plays down the Merlin Go to gain another lore. And he's also questing with the Calhoun and Mr. Smee. So going all the way up to 5 lore. But now Queen of Hearts can then take out the Mr. Smee here, right? It's exactly what Scott wants to see. I think he's just maybe inking another Maleficent Dragon. Yeah, and maybe plays down a How Far I Go. Now he's playing the Flavor Sham. Drawing 2 more. Benching the Popsicle. Queen of Hearts is then trading with Mr. Smee there. And probably the Sisu is questing for 1, I would imagine. No, he's just passing it back. Not exerting the Sisu at all. I'm not quite sure why he didn't quest it here with it, right? So now back to Patrick is inking a Strength of Raging Fire to play down a White Rose together with Calhoun. And the Merlin Goat and Calhoun on board are done both questing, bring him up to 8. now Scott is playing or singing a How Far I Go right here with the Flavor Sham. Be option to play another How Far I Go to really get some aggressive yeah, ink there, and that's what we see here. He's exerting 4 to play a How Far I Go. So now he's advancing his ink up to 6. He can still ink for the turn, so he's inking a Flavor Sham and play down another Ice Block here. So now he just increased his lower. Oh no, he's inked by 3 cards there, right? And back to Patrick. Now he has a really white board, so now we could maybe see the white draws together with the Calhoun. Banishing the Flavor Sham. No, okay, looks like both Calhouns here. Yeah, both Calhouns taking down the Flavor Sham. Merlin Gold and White Rose both questing. Bring him up to 10 lore already here in this second game. He's then playing down the Madame Fox. Before he played this, he played the Magic Room. Discards it to draw another card. And now I think, yeah, we just see pass here onto Scott's side. So now a Be Prepared would be a really good option to have, right? But doesn't look like it. He has the Sisu together with 1 Ice Block. So this would mean that at least one of these Calhoun could be... Okay, he found himself another Ice Block. So this would mean that at least 2 Calhouns there would be able to clear off the board. And that's what is here. Each Ice Block is reducing the Calhoun. And Sisu is then also banishing the White Rose. Taking off 3 characters there from Patrick's side of the board. And I think he can also ink, maybe inks the Grammatala, maybe the Brawl, or also the Vision to the Future. I think Vision to the Future is an important card to keep, right? Because it's, okay, he's inking the Vision to the Future. I usually don't like this, right? Because Vision to the Future is a card and another out to find some Be Prepared or like some key pieces you want to see, right? But let's see. Back to Patrick here. So it looks like he is playing the Merlin Goat here for 4. He's then questing with the Madame Snake, gaining and lower, so he is advancing to 15 lore here, and also inks another Elsa and passing it back to Scott. And I think now he could play maybe both Ice Blocks onto the Merlin Goat, play a Brawl, and then the Sisu could take down the Madame Fox there, right? I mean, this would be just a, yeah, deal with the current situation, but not progress your own win condition, right? But that's what we see here. So he's playing the Half-Shark Maui, using both Ice Blocks and a Brawl to banish the Merlin, and also gaining him another lore of the Half-Shark Maui effect, right? Whenever you play an action, you gain 1 lore, and then the Sisu traded with the Madame Snake. And Patrick on the other side is just chilling there, playing a White Rose, gaining 1 another lore, and plays the dog to refill up his hand here. And now is the question, does he ink another card or not? Looks like he's inking a Crab there. And also played a Madame Snake to bounce back the dog there. So now we see another Ice Block here, together with a Brawl to banish the White Rose, and gaining Scott another lore there, and he's also playing down another Ice Block here, right? So Patrick on the other side plays down a Crab together with the dog, just to refill up his hand. Is then playing down Diablo and not questing with the Madame Snake here, right? Not exerting it, so that Scott is able to find some action cards from his discard pile. So now he's playing Chromatala, plays down the Sail the Ezreal Sea to gain another lore there, draw another card, and I think that's it, right? He's questing with the Half-Shark Maui. Now he's singing a Pirate's Life, reducing Patrick's score here to 15 and advancing his lore up to 7. And there we see a goat, so now he's questing out, and Patrick takes game number 2 here, equalizing the score at 1-1, and we are going into game number 3 here. So let me... Okay, so now we are in the final match here, final game number 3 of this top 4 match, up from Scott on the left against Patrick on the right, and Scott played a Grammatala, just inked it and passed it back to Patrick there, which starts off with a Madame Fox there, and with Inkwell to play on DJ Max follower, passing it back to Scott. which is now debating what to do. So he's having the Tipo and the Sadie as let's see, so all the ramp options available. So from the ramping perspective, this looks really good, the hand, but I think it's lagging a little bit the removal options, but I think that's okay. You want to see this at a later stage, so let's see. I think you would prefer a Tipo there, right? Just have a body on board. That's what I see here. Place the Sadie as let's see into his inkwell, play Tipo down to ink another card, passing it back to Patrick there, which starts off with the Madame Snake there into his inkwell. And probably place Mr. Smee. Yeah, Mr. Smee is this. 2-drop of Joyce there for this turn, passing it back to Scott on the other side. So now we see Tipo taking down the Channelbox follower there, trading both with each other. And maybe he is inking the Brawl to play down the Grammatala. No, he is inking the Flavor Sham to play down the How Far I Go. To increase his ink a little bit, up to 5 there already. And now back to Patrick here. So he found himself a Madame Fox, which he puts into his inkwell. He's questing with Mr. Smee and plays down another Calhoun and a Channelbox follower here. So back to Scott, which is starting off with Sadie as let's see, and plays down a Half Shark Maui. So this one will be pretty tough to deal with, right? So and then along came Zeus would be a good option there. But Patrick is starting off here with the Channelbox follower's quest, drawing him another card. So now let's see. He has some crabs, a bell, and a goat available, so he's inking one of the crabs there and plays down his own goat to advance to 4 lore and questing with Mr. Smee and the Calhoun there. So going all the way up to 8 lore, is this correct? 4, 7, I think. No, he also quests with Channelbox follower, right? So 8 is correct. Back to Scott here. So we are in the final best of 3 match here between Scott and Patrick. So we see both decks already popping off in both games respectively. And now I'm really excited to see how this one will go. So now we see the Vision of the Future here from Scott. Taking a look at the top 5 and puts one card he finds there into his hand there, right? Also gaining 1 lore of the Half Shark Maui effect, right? And now we see the Half Shark Maui maybe taking down Mr. Smee here, taking 3 damage, grabbing back the Vision to the Future. Looks like he's now inking the Vision to the Future to then play the Maui down to take down the Calhoun there from Patrick's side. So both Mauis there with 3 damage each on board. Patrick is playing a grab here, is then playing the bell to move 2 damage from the Maui onto the other Maui, taking this down, and is then questing here with his Merlin Goat, advancing his lore count up to 9. So well played there by Patrick's side here. And now we see the Maui taking down the Merlin Rabbit. And Scott is then playing down another Half Shark Maui here. Patrick is answering this with a Strength of Raging Fire into the inkwell. Exerts 2 to play Dock. And exerts 2 to play another Dock. Now he is drawing 2 more cards, right? No other cards in hand. And now is the question. I think you don't quest with the bell, right? No need that this one will get in danger. He's finding a Magic Broom and a Mr. Smee. Interesting decision there. Looks like he's just passing it back to Scott. Not inking anything additionally here. So let's see. Scott is starting off with a Popsicle here. And then plays the Grammatala to check the top 2 for another card and put it into your hand. Then we see the Maui here singing a Pirate's Life, reducing Patrick's side by 2 and increasing Scott's here low count up by 3. So now we see 4 lore for Scott up against 8 from Patrick there, and back to Patrick, which is now playing the both Magic Brooms, and he's also playing the Mr. Smee there, banishing the first Magic Broom to draw a card, and also banishing the other Magic Broom to draw another card, finding himself a Calhoun and a Elsa there. Interesting. So maybe we could see the Calhoun here being played, and then a quest out with the Bell, Doc, and Doc, right? Could be an option. Yeah, so here we see the Calhoun being played. And now he's questing, yeah, with both Docs and also the Bell, advancing his lower count up to 12. Now back to Scott here on the other side. So now what is Scott doing? AP prepared would be a good option here, right? To clear off all cards here. Maybe he is attacking into something to play a How Far I Go. Maybe. No, looks like he's grabbing the Pirate's Life there. He's then inking the Brawl. Plays the Ice Block. Quest here with the Chromatala, and now playing AB Prepare to wipe off all other cards there. And back to Patrick here. Now finding himself another Elsa and a Doc. So he's inking the Elsa and played on the Doc to draw 2 more cards. Now we probably see another Elsa here being played, and back to Scott, which is now just playing the Ciso down, banishing both characters there from Patrick's side, and finding himself another Doc. This is really crazy. So we could ink the friends on the other side, now play the Doc to draw 2 more cards if he wants to. Now he's just playing the friends on the other side. Then we see the Merlin Côté being played, advancing Patrick's lower score here by 1. So Scott is then starting with a quest here with the Sisu. Then we see the Pirate's Life here being inked, and a Maleficent Dragon taking down the Merlin Goat, bringing Patrick up to, I think, 14 lore, right? And here we see Patrick playing down Turnbox Follower, Magic Broom, and the Doc, and also plays down another White Rose here to gain another lore. So he should be sitting now at 15 lore, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, 15 lore. So next turn he is threatening a win there, but now we see Scott using the Ice Block on the White Rose and play down another Sisu, wipe off all the characters there from Patrick's side, and I think that's pretty much game. I don't think that Patrick is able to, yeah, he's just playing these Mr. Smee here, Madam Snake, and there we see the handshake. So Scott is taking this win here, advancing to the finals of the North American Championship. So congratulations to both players, right? Top 4, pretty amazing finish there. And this will wrap up the top 4 game. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if not already done, please leave a like or a comment, or also subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you on the next video on my channel here.